These are the answers to the gas codes #1 test. Now the first question, underground gas pipe may be covered as soon as the air test is completed. This is not in the International Fuel Gas Code, but the reason it's false, if it's bold it's false, is because the inspector is going to have to look at it before it's covered. That's all it is. Maximum length of a flex connector to a furnace is 3 feet. That's true. The only thing that's longer than that, and there's a 6-foot maximum length, is for a stove, because you have to be able to move the stove out, or a dryer for the same reason. So maximum length is 3 feet, unless it's a stove or a dryer or other movable appliance. The word approved means acceptable to the authority having jurisdiction. That's obviously true. 4. When sizing gas pipe, you should change the length column when sizing the main line. I don't know if any of you have gone through my video on gas pipe sizing, but it gives you an idea there. When you size two ways. You size for the main line, and then you size for the drops. And of course the drops are what are going to the appliances. When you size gas pipe, you do not change the length column when sizing the main line. You take the appliances farthest away and you size the line with that length when you're using the charts. Okay, the smallest gas pipe size that can be concealed is 1/2 inch. Now this is a local code, and it's true of course. It's not in the IFGC, I never saw it in there, but that is a local code. Natural gas is lighter than air. That's true. It has a specific gravity of 0.6. So with air, the specific gravity of air is 1, so obviously that is true. The next one, pretty much related, the specific gravity of propane is 0.6. That would be what natural gas is, so it's false. It's actually 1.5. Okay, the minimum gas size that can be run to any appliance is 1/2 inch. Now that's true. I don't see that in the IFGC either, but that's a local code. The maximum sized appliance can be fired by a Mechanic 1 license is 400,000 BTUs. This is common in most jurisdictions. There's a Mechanic 1 and 2, and they may have different words for it, but anything over 400,000 you have to be a Mechanic 2, so that is true. A gas shutoff valve shall be no farther than 6 feet from the appliance. That's true. That is in the IFGC. 100,000 BTUs equals 1 therm. That is correct. You may pressure test gas piping systems at 10 pounds with a 30-pound gauge for 15 minutes. Now that is true. The IFGC has a rather complicated formula for charging with as low as 3 pounds. I haven't seen anybody actually use that because it's kind of hard to use. This is actually very simple, and it's a higher pressure than the IFGC requires. Many jurisdictions will allow you to use the 10 pounds on a 30-pound gauge. 13. Copper pipe can be used for gas piping with no special identification. That's false. You can use copper pipe. I don't think it's a great idea, but it has to be marked as natural gas. 14. Now we got some multiple choice here. The branch pipe connections are taken from. Now, I'll say the side of the top. That is the correct answer. Virtually nobody does that, but that is the code. We almost always take them off the bottom. But that is the correct answer. Okay, 15. What is the natural gas pressure on the outlet side of the gas meter in pounds? Okay, it's not 7 pounds. That would be 7 inches of water column. If I did it in pounds, it is 1/4 pound. 16, a sediment trap must be at least 3 inches deep. Now that's a local code too. The IFGC does not give a depth for a sediment trap on appliances. They say it can be as short as you want it to be. One more on that thing. They have been talking about eliminating this altogether, which makes sense because there's nothing in the gas but gas. The sediment trap is just supposed to catch crap in the gas. There's nothing in it. So gas piping, number 17, is disconnected from the appliance. It must be removed from the building, obviously not. Gas cock must be shut off. Well, the gas cock should be shut off. The gas cock must be shut off and the end capped. Okay, why do we care? If you leave this, and this is mostly, for some reason, if you were to leave this and maybe you replace the appliance or whatever, you don't want it so that someone could actually turn on a gas cock and it would leak out. So you have to have the end cap too. And obviously pipe to a nearby window. The window open is a little silly. Shut-off valves must be accessible within 6 feet of the appliance, in the same room as the appliance. That is all the above. It's fairly simple. It has to be accessible without removing things. Like you can't put it inside the appliance. The 6 feet was a question above. In the same room as the appliance, that's obviously common sense, that you wouldn't have to go to another room to shut off the appliance. Okay, approved plastic pipe may be used in industrial buildings, outside and underground, no limits on its use, in concealed spaces. Obviously it's B, because we use it outside and we put it underground. We do not put it inside buildings, at least not yet. There is some flexible stainless steel. You can use that, but plastic pipe, no. When installing gas piping or ductwork, holes or notches must not be cut in. Wall studs, truss, floor joists, all of the above. You actually can cut notches in floor joists in certain places. Trusses, you can't. You can't do anything with a truss. You can't take any part out of it. So trusses is the correct answer. Okay, that's it on that one. I'll be coming up with another few of these in the coming, I don't know, days, weeks, months. That's it for that one.